If I showed up as Alex Jones, my dad would be so proud of me.
Yeah, mine might be.
He'd be like, God, I'm so sorry for not being there.
So what's up? I saw you twice this week already. We probably have no updates.
So boring.
So let's get through this, Allie. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Nothing. Happy Valentine's Day. We're recording on Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. We were supposed to get our Subpoena friendship necklaces
fuck.
by
Okay,
now,
we can do
and
that.
We didn't do it, but
we should just order lockets online, I think.
Yeah. And just as a reminder, this is a subpoena from our court date for when we got robbed together as friends. We're going to put a tiny subpoena in a locket.
Yeah. I remember we were talking about how we were going to like go out and look for lockets, but I think we should order them online because if we have to go out and look for them, we'll never get it done. Yeah. I think we should each order one online that we like, and then I'll print out the tiny subpoenas.
Yeah. Oh, and we're going to print out the actual thing, not just small lines on paper.
Totally, but it's going to be like this big, so it might just look like small lines on paper.
Should we, as a charm and practical use, should we hang a magnifying glass on the... It's just a locket with a huge magnifying glass.
Oh, God, that'd be so fucking dumb.
Maybe magnifying glass... one of those ones you hang on your neck, and it's just like a single one eye. What are those called? They're like really old-timey. Monocle. But that's just a glasses thing, right? Yeah.
Dude, imagine if, like, we have, like, kids or something, and this locket is passed down through generations, and like it gets to a point where like our ancestors don't know what it was for, and they're like, what is even in this locket? And then they look at it and
make
it's
a
like
documentary about it.
It's like Subpoena. Yeah, they thought it was some weird true crime case that like only you and I knew about. It'd be so
like
insane.
We both murdered someone and got away with it.
Yeah, except
like
there was a subpoena
happening in my dreams.
Yeah, that's true.
Me and Allie keep murdering. Well, it only happened once in my dream.
I feel like you're just stressed about the pod because I keep being late with doing stuff. I think that's probably what's happening.
And I'm like, you have to help me find a place to hide this head.
And I'm like, I'm busy.
Welcome to Worthless Clowns.
Hell yeah, dude.
Podcast about how stupid we all are. I'm Brittany Cardwell, Breton's Cardwell on Instagram.
I'm Ali O'Neill. You can find me on Instagram at It's Ali O'Neill, and subscribe to our YouTube and follow us on Instagram and write in your stupid stories.
Tell your friends about the pod.
Tell your friends about the pod, yeah.
Just do something.
Please.
Anything.
My brother's fiance, Lindsay, listens to the pod. She posted it today.
Do something, Lindsay. She was on the posted it.
Yes, it was Lindsay.
She tagged me, but I looked at it really quickly.
I think she tagged Worthless Clowns because I just saw it in her story. Oh, and you.
But I thought it was Odea. I didn't read it closely, and I was like, that's Odea's handle.
No. Odea and Lindsay both posted. Yeah, two people who are extremely close to me. Yeah. Not fans, just my family members who want to keep up with me. Just my friends who want to keep up with me. Both posted Worthless Clown stuff today.
But not the same clip.
Not the same. No, okay. Lindsay didn't post a clip. She posted her car radio. You know how like there's screens in a car and then like the album cover will come up? It's our podcast cover with your and I stupid faces drawn by Lucas Connolly.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
You got any updates?
Hey, share our clips and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's an example of something. So,
yeah. There you go.
I have some updates.
Go ahead.
I'm about to do that drop-up video show.
Yes.
It's a comedy show in New York where comedians play a music video and like kind of riff on it.
Yeah.
And
it's a fun show.
You want to take a little guess about the song I chose?
Is it Ba With Da Ba by Kid Rock?
No, I did that last time.
Oh. Oops.
I can't listen to him anymore though. I mean, he's been a bad guy for a while, but then recently he's
gotten worse.
He's gotten a lot worse.
Yeah.
Really takes away from my listening options. That was one of my 4 things
and you're like,
that I listened to.
Yeah. You listen to Ba With Da Ba. Unbreak My Heart.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift and any song that has numbers in it.
Swift,
I remember a few years ago. I remember a few years ago she was in your top 5 artists, and I was like, "That's crazy."
That's true. There was one year where I was listening to her a lot for some reason.
Probably because you went through a breakup or something.
No, I'm always doing that.
Oh, gotcha.
I think I don't know. I get into stuff like that.
Totally.
And then I'll be doing that for a while, and then I'm like, well, now I do this. But the things that are consistent are Ba Wada Ba, Toni Braxton, Numbers songs. There's other stuff in there.
So what fucking music video are you doing for your show?
You don't want to make another guess?
Is it along the lines of Kid Rock?
No, it's a Numbers song.
Oh, is it an E40 song?
I thought about that E40 song where he counts by fives, but no, I didn't do that.
Is it like Coco Melon or something? Is it a Miss Rachel?
No.
Dude, imagine if you showed a Miss Rachel YouTube video.
Yeah.
And you were like, see, she said feeling angry is okay. God, it gets me every time.
It is Area Codes by Ludacris.
Oh, shit. Hell
I love that song.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Is the music video good?
Because those numbers are a little bit more complicated because they all represent something else. That's what you can do with numbers.
That's what you're going to be talking about?
Once you get good at numbers, you can use them for other things.
Wow.
But, yeah, so I was watching his video over and over yesterday.
What's Dwayne doing?
I think he wasn't really sure when I asked him last night, but I think it's that girl band that's like Destiny's Child, but not really.
What? What are you talking
Hold on,
about?
He sent it to me yesterday.
The Cheetah Girls?
No, it's like not TLC.
Oh, TLC.
No, 702. Oh, it's a number.
You should know.
I think all the area codes interfered with it. Like I couldn't.
I can't believe that your brain is like when you turn your Wi-Fi on a plane. It's crazy.
It stops for a while.
Yeah. They're just like, we can't see any other objects. It's so crazy that your brain works like that.
My brain is really bad, Allie.
You were like, I was thinking of area codes, so then I couldn't remember the name of this band that also has numbers in it.
Yeah, also, this is related to that. So yesterday, I had a really bad day mentally, and I was like, just terrible brain fog, couldn't think at all.
Yeah.
The entire day. It never went away.
That's awful.
It actually went away for like 45 minutes, and I got all excited, and then it came back. It was just the whole time. Really bad.
Awful.
So I was on the phone with Dwayne, and I was like really upset because I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be like this forever.
Yeah,
I couldn't do anything. And he was trying to like make me feel better, and then he was like, here's a meme. But here's the problem with my brain is it's not the meme, but he tried to send me this, right? But it's all pixelated.
Okay.
Can you read that? It's a picture of a brain and has words over it.
I can't even read it.
It's so pixelated.
It's so pixelated that you can't read the words.
And I'm on the phone crying, right? And I'm like looking at this pixelated meme, and I'm like, I can't read this. I can't even read this. He's like, what? And I'm like, eat that tag on me. And I keep saying things. And I'm like, I know that's not it. And we're laughing about it. He sends it through, and this is what it actually is. I got that fog in me.
Gotcha. Yeah, pretty good stuff.
I was
not worth it though.
I was so stuck on how frustrated I was by the pixelated version that I didn't understand. It's supposed to be like, I got that dog in me.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Damn, Dwayne always acts like he just got hit in the head with a frying pan, like all the time. He's always like, what? And then he's like sending. What did he send it from? A razor phone? How did it get that fucking pixelated?
I don't know, but he lost his TikTok, so now he's stuck on Imgur. And he has to send person
He lost
stuff.
His TikTok?
When the ban happened, he tried to delete it and reinstall it, and you can't reinstall it. And you still can't, even though it's still available.
Oh, okay.
So he's stuck on Imgur and
fascinating
stuff like that. He's seeing all of these things that get there really late.
Yeah. Gotcha. So that's like a meme from 2021 that he sent to you as you were crying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
So you have that show tonight?
Oh, that's it, really. I was just watching his
Dude,
video. It's a good video. It's really fun. He's one of my favorite rappers from that time.
Luda is I think he's one of the funniest rappers of all time.
Yeah.
He could literally be a stand-up comedian. He's so funny. He's so silly and weird.
Yeah.
And
he's weird and chill. And It's not a cringy, trying to be really funny in a rap.
Yes.
It's like, I'm just doing puns, and they actually are pretty good.
Yes.
And I'm not that serious about them, so who cares?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's got like 50, probably 100 hoe puns in the song.
I know.
You can't even keep track of it. I saw a censored version of it originally, like for whatever reason, I accidentally clicked on that. And they replaced every instance of hoe with pro. So it's like,
pro?
I've got pros. I've got pros in different area codes.
Dude, honestly, that sounds like that should be an ad for like Angie's List or something.
Yeah. There's like some pun where he's like something holy day. And they had to change it to proly day.
Oh my God. They couldn't even say sense. Holy day?
No.
That's fucking crazy.
Because he's using hoe in whole, like to say holy.
I guess that's true. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I have a new special interest. I was actually cornering Maxim and Lee against their will and talking to them about it before
just
the
now?
pod. Yeah.
Oh.
I, for like the past week, have been so into fish tank TikTok.
Nice.
I have been watching so many videos of fish tanks.
Is it like those videos of fires you put on just to look at, like at a party when?
Not even close, Brittany. It's people explaining their aquascape and what plants and fish they have.
You know what?
And how they adjust their pH.
2 years ago, early on in the pod.
Really?
You were watching a bunch of videos about, it wasn't fish tanks, but it was a guy who had like a basement tank for fish.
Oh my God, you're right.
Pretty similar.
Oh my God, you're right. The eel pit guy.
So you're coming back around to 2 years ago.
Oh my God. Yeah, I have been watching so many fish tank videos. I'm like, hey Dave, how would you feel about like a 5-gallon like in our bathroom when we move in together? Because let me tell you something. We'll do a couple of bristle plecodes, and because
which ones are those?
They're the bottom feeders. They suck up all the algae.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll get a few like we could get a few guppies that are schooling fish, and maybe just like one beta in there as like the show fish. And then, there's probably not going to be like a window in our bathroom, so we'll have to use artificial light. So we're going to have like a really hardy.
That room's gonna be crazy.
Really hardy plant like moss or something like that. How do you feel about that? I'm like designing fish tanks in my head.
Yeah, this like very intricate fish world I've
and he's
created.
Like, sure.
My brother had a fish tank for a while, and he was talking about how complicated it is to get the ecosystem right.
Totally, especially if you have live plants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really crazy, but that's like exactly what I want to do.
They moved, so they must have just killed their fish. Must have just dumped them. I just realized I never heard the end of the fish tank.
You know,
story.
Linda.
Mm-hmm.
Her daughter Catherine had a fish tank. When I was in high school, and she didn't want the fish anymore. There's a huge goldfish.
Yeah.
And a huge pleco in it, and she didn't want the fish anymore, so she took everything out of the tank so they would die, and they lived for years. Spitefully lived for years. It's
man.
So crazy. It's insane.
Oh man. Sorry, I just got distracted because I remembered a time I thought I killed my best friend's family fish. Because I was like watching their house where they were gone, and it was a beta fish.
Yeah,
and it was really cold, and I guess it was just flipped upside down. Man, I'm not really remembering this now.
This is a really good story though for the pod.
Yeah,
this is really interesting banter for the pod. Is you trying to remember a story?
I know. Well,
you stopped me dead in my tracks to do this. By the way,
yeah. I just realized you probably thought I looked like I wasn't listening, so I was like, I'll tell her this is what I was imagining. I was just imagining a dead fish.
I was like, what's going on, Brittany? Did somebody turn on the Wi-Fi and you stopped thinking? Like, what happened?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is somebody using a walkie-talkie nearby and so your brain won't work? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Or it's like, and that signal comes out through me like it used to in cars when a phone would ring. It'd
totally. Yeah, you open your mouth and it's like, yeah. Fucking robot. Did you kill the fish or not?
I think I actually did kill it, but leading up to it, I couldn't tell if it was like just sleeping because it was cold. That's how I thought back then.
Gotcha. Was it one of those really small beta tanks?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really keep them like that. You got to have at least 5 gallons for a beta.
Dang.
Just saying.
You know, ours did die. The one we had at our house. It jumped out of the tank.
What the fuck?
And then we just found it on the ground.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I told you about we had a fish tank when I was younger. And a crab.
She's pointing at me right now, by the way.
You bitch.
She's just like sudden, harsh point.
I had a fish tank.
I told you I had a fish tank when I was younger.
I'm sorry. And the crab crawled out and crawled all the way across. And then was under my brother's bed. My mom found it dead under my brother's bed months later. Yeah. Crazy.
Man, that is crazy.
So,
all right.
I would literally do anything to get a fish tank. And the more I look into it, the bigger the fish tank gets, the more information I have. I'm like, well, I got to start with a 20 to 30 gallon because basically if there's a pH balance that's off in a smaller tank, there's less volume to deal with it. So things go awry quicker.
Yeah.
So I can't start with a 5 gallon.
Also, knowing you, it's like you're going to start with a 5 gallon and in a year you're going to be so mad you only have a 5 gallon.
Totally.
It's like, might as well do it now.
I know, yeah.
It's like moving to Chicago or New York before Chicago. Because if I go to Chicago, I'm going to want to come to New York for comedy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were in my mind for that one.
No. I remember that you considered moving to Chicago before New York.
Back to me.
Yeah. You're like, so
life.
It's exactly like this thing. Yeah. And I'm like, not really.
But no, you'd be like, it's like, what's the point of...
Totally. Well, then you just get another tank. Dude, and then I was thinking about...
Then you're really a fish girl.
Dude, I was like...
Is Dave okay with fish girl?
Yes.
Girlfriend?
He was like, I would rather have more fish tanks before we get another dog.
Yeah.
And I've been going hard on getting another dog.
Oh, yeah?
Not like
I didn't know
soon.
that.
Not soon. But like within the next couple of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, what if me and Dave just become like two eccentric old people who have a bunch of fish?
Yeah.
We're just like...
You're like that frog guy I dated.
Yes, dude, exactly. Are
you gonna get a bunch of different stuff? Like those kind of eccentric people? You have fish and hamsters and dogs. And
totally. And then all of a sudden I have like an indoor, turtle. Like I have like poison dart frogs.
Yeah.
I have like a huge enclosure for like some weird amphibian.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It does really appeal to me though to have like a its own ecosystem in something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because then it's like a game.
Totally, yeah.
Keeping it up.
Yeah, you have like little bugs in there, and then the frogs eat the bugs, and then the frog droppings go into the water, and then the fish eat those.
Yeah.
And then the fish, make nutrients in the water, and then the plants grow out of it. Dude, fuck me up, bro. I would love that so much. I'm sorry, I'm having like an autistic special interest as we speak. All I want to do is talk about fish tanks.
Is Ali trying to tell me she wants this as a birthday gift?
No, I can't. I can't. It's too much of a responsibility.
Yeah.
But
I'll just get you some feed. I'll do what my parents did to me. I'm not going to get you fish in a tank.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get you a horse.
Yeah.
But I'll get you accessories.
You know what I've actually...
And make you excited about never getting it.
You know what conclusion I came to today? I was like, I want a fish tank so bad.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe of a fish tank improves everything. You have the water running. You have little living things moving around in there. You have the plants swaying. All of it is beautiful. And so I was like, you know what I need to do?
It's just so funny. You're like, it's all about the vibes. You're like living things everywhere.
It's a little piece of nature in your house. It's so fucking cool. And then I was like, you know what I need to do to hold myself over? I need to get one of those like desktop water fountains until I can get a fish tank, so I have the noise.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I've been jonesing for a fish tank hard.
Man, I didn't know this.
Well, it comes up every couple of years, honestly.
Yeah.
Every couple of years.
Can I get a basement fish tank? No, I'll be like, start with an 80.
I know. Every couple of years, I'll be like, dude, a fish tank would be so sick. Sorry, I took up so much time.
No, I think we have plenty of time.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into our stupid stories? Do you have any more updates?
I'll do my next updates next time, I guess.
Okay, sure.
We have time for that.
Sure.
Do we have time? We have like 30 minutes left.
Oh, fuck. Then.
Well, I'll do one more quick update because I feel like I'll forget it if I don't do it now.
Mm-hmm.
So I called my parents the other day before we had dinner with Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom answers and she's like telling me that my dad's on jury duty right now. Right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. My dad's been retired for like 15, 20 years from
that
the military.
So crazy.
He retired
how
very
old is
early.
he?
I guess he's like 66.
Wow. You can retire so young from the military.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. You can just focus on your toilet business.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, he hasn't had a job for that long.
Wow.
Like what he does every day is goes to the garage and works on whatever cars he wants. It's just like tinkering around.
Figures out like mole systems to kill moles.
Killing moles.
Bro, if I was retired, I'd have so many fish tanks, dude. I'd have so many fucking fish. I would be such a hobbyist.
I can't wait for you to retire.
Bro, I can't wait to have a fish tank.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm just literally, I don't even have a stupid story today because all I've been thinking about is fish tanks. But I can look into my notes. Go ahead.
What happened today, though, that made you so focused on it?
Well, last night I got really high and I was...
Oh, it was last night. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I've also been thinking about it a lot for the week. I've been having them come up a lot. And then last night I took an edible, 5 milligrams, and then I was on fucking Saturn because I have no tolerance. And I looked at fish tanks maybe for, I'm not joking, 3 hours on TikTok.
Oh, man.
I was in such a hole. Oh, God. Anyway, your dad's on jury duty. Sorry.
So my dad's on jury duty, and just the quick update is like my mom answers the phone. She immediately is like, "Your dad's on jury duty." She's like laughing about it. Like she thinks it's ridiculous already. She's just updating me.
Yeah.
I'm coming into this energy. And then she's like, "He's taking it so seriously."
Oh, you mean a
public service?
Yeah.
That you're required to do?
Totally.
By law?
Yeah.
She was like laughing already, and then I was like, "Oh, is he like studying afterwards at night and stuff?" And I was just kind of kidding, and it's not even a good joke.
Yeah.
And she laughed so hard.
Dude.
She's like, "He's studying!"
Dude, that is literally...
at night! I like, she couldn't breathe. She does what I do when I start crying, and then I do laugh at everything, even though it's not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my relationship with my father is the exact same way, where I will make the dumbest joke, and he will lose his fucking mind, and I'll make a good joke, and he'll be like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh my God." And you're like, this is why the Big Bang Theory is so popular, is because most people are like this. You know what I mean?
Kept going, and then she was like, "They brought him lunch. 2 tacos!" She's like, thinks that's hilarious. Like he's being treated really poorly. And
oh my God.
And then she's like telling me, she's getting more serious about it. Stopping laughing a little bit. And she's, she didn't tell me about the case. Everything's fine. What we did. I think he probably told her about it. But everything's fine. Dude,
if I was on jury duty, I would tell everything to you and Dave.
Oh, yeah. So then she's like, well, he's not on the jury officially. He's like an alternate, like he's in case anyone drops or whatever.
Totally.
And I'm like, I made another stupid joke. I'm like, oh, so he's like an understudy.
Yeah.
And then she goes crazy again. It was just so funny.
Oh, God.
Your mom's been making fun of him all week for doing what he has to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's so funny.
That's my other update.
Also, not to bring it back to fish tanks, but before we were both like, how much time do we have? And Max was like 40 minutes. And it's because I was talking about fish tanks for 5 minutes and it felt like 30.
I felt like we'd been on the pod for a long time too.
Because I was talking about fish tanks for so long.
I don't know. No, I think just time is changing. Time perception changes, Ali. Okay, yesterday I was depressed, right? Because of my foggy brain.
Yeah, totally.
And it felt like I lived 3 full days.
Oh, yeah.
You know those kinds of days?
I've been having a lot of those days recently.
Yeah, same. And then today, I felt normal. I felt pretty good today. Mm-hmm. And it just flew by. And because I could engage with stuff.
Totally, yeah. It's like, it's like when you, I'll get in these moods like pretty often, especially this time of year. Mm-hmm. So I just quit vaping, and it's like the worst part of winter. It's fucking February. And so like I have these days where I'm really brain foggy and depressed. And you're like, I'm bored and I hate being bored and I want to do something, but nothing I do feels good.
And I can't do it.
And you can't do anything. Like you can't even like watch TV because it's like not even entertaining, but you're bored watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
And then you're like, I don't do anything.
Yes, totally. You're like,
I've been busy all week.
Yeah, exactly.
I forget about the rest of my life.
Yeah, totally. It's fucking insane. You should pick up the phone and put Dwayne on.
I thought about it, but I think he's already done. That'd be fun. Okay, so do you want to do your story first?
No, you should do your story first because I have to find one because I was just thinking about fish tanks all day and I.
Do you want to hear more about my mom or do you want to hear about cops?
Wait, are these stories or like stupid stories or are these updates?
They're both stupid story options that I had on the train.
Okay, so cops or your mom? I feel like I want to hear about your mom more.
Okay, let's do it.
God, all of these are just
this is also related to what I said earlier when I was talking about them promising me, well, never promising me that I was going to get a horse, but kind of indicating over and over in different ways that I was going to get a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my birthday one year,
getting me a saddle,
which I loved. we already all know about it, and getting me a halter and wait. A book about buying a horse.
Wait, a book about buying a horse?
Yeah. I think they wanted to show me how much it costs.
Yeah,
to maybe get me to think it's not going to happen. But I'm like, you gave me all the
so
stuff
what did
I
you
need.
even do with the like?
I sat on the saddle and read books. I told you that. I just used it as a chair.
No, you didn't tell me
I acted like I was riding a horse as well on it.
What did you do with the?
I would be like, I just pick up the halter and I don't know, just imagine a horse in it.
Man,
I know, isn't that messed
And how
up?
old were you?
I was pretty young. I think that was probably.
I want you so bad to be like 14.
Probably like 8 or 9.
Oh, okay, like, yeah,
10.
totally, yeah.
But anyway, the stories relate to that. Also, when I was a kid, my dad. So we had this really old car. It's called an MG. You know what this car is? It's like a tiny car. It's like pretty 70s looking.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was my mom's in high school, and then they kept it. And I loved that car because it was so cute. It was like a little kid's car, but it was an adult car.
Oh, shit.
Let me show you a picture of it. Actually, I think I looked it up before, and I had a hard time finding the exact one, so I won't do that. But I loved that car, and my dad knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me, he's like, Brittany, if you say we don't have to get you a horse, then I'll give you this car. It'll be yours. Once you turn 16, this will be your car. And I knew I wasn't getting a horse. Like there'd been enough events where I was like, it'd be stupid for me to choose horse.
This is insane
even though that's
manipulation,
exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
And so,
how old were you at this time?
I don't know. I feel like around the same age. Like
gotcha. You were like 8 or 9. So 16 is really far away.
Pretty far away.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want the car. I'm not getting a horse.
Well, because it's like a real thing in front of you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he said yes. He's like, okay. Because I said yes. So then that's the deal was made.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got that car. And I remembered the deal, of course. And they just got rid of it.
So wait, by the time you turned 16, they had gotten rid of it?
I don't know when they got rid of it, but it wasn't my car. I think they got rid of it before I turned 16.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking cold.
I mean, I did have a car to drive by the time I had a license.
Yeah.
But like, I was
You should have had him sign a contract.
Yeah, I know. Stupid. I was so dumb.
Damn.
Frontal lobe's barely there at all.
I know, yeah. You're just like, I want a horse.
Yeah. They told me the story about there was some car they had before that. It was gold. And that was my favorite car then, just because it was gold.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to get rid of it for some reason. And they got rid of it, and I cried. Like, I cried uncontrollably. And I was like, I loved that car!
Oh, my God.
I get very attached to stuff, Allie.
I know.
So, that's one instance. But then I just realized, like, my parents have been doing this kind of thing my whole life.
Yeah, the bait and switch, dude.
Yes.
It's a bait and switch, truly.
Like, making a promise about a thing. Like, usually, I'm thinking of gifts right now.
Yeah.
In college, I moved into my first apartment that wasn't a dorm, right? And so I needed some furniture. And they did help me get furniture, and that was great. And I was with 2 other roommates. And for my birthday, my mom bought me, like, this nice little, like, 1-seater thing.
Oh, nice.
For the place. And I loved it. It was, like, really cool. It was striped. I would hate it now. I think it's ugly now.
Yeah.
He gets really, really
But like
ugly.
in like 2010 or whatever, it was like really cool looking.
At the time, I was like, this is awesome. I was so excited about it. And she's like, we'll bring it up to you. Next time we go up, we'll bring it up. And I'm like, okay. They never brought it up. And I probably for 3 years, I was like, when are we going to, the whole time I was in college, I was like, when are we bringing my couch up? And then my mom's like, I don't know. I kind of like the way it looks here. She's like, just liked how it looked in her living room. So she never brought me my gift.
God.
And so it just was never mine. And every time I went home, I saw it sitting there and I'm like, that's
mine.
My gift.
Yeah. God, it's so fucked up, dude. My mom used to do the same. She did the same thing. She like got me.
My Aunt Terry listens to this, I think, sometimes. So did mom do that to you growing up? Or I'm just kidding.
My mom did the same thing. She would like, one time she got me a gift. It was a cat shaped like a pillow, or it was a pillow shaped like a cat. And she...
Wait.
You've seen it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's been in my room before.
It was in your window. I kept thinking it was a real cat.
I know. It's like a photorealistic picture of a cat almost. And so people are like, is that a cat? And it's like sitting like a cat would sit. It's crazy. And so my mom got it for me because I think I got an internship or something. And then I was like, oh, I can't take it home because my bags are too full, but I'll come get it next time. And then I was like, oh, I can take that pillow now. My mom was like, I like it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get yourself another one. What the hell? I hate it.
Man, it's so funny too. Because I remember as a kid, my mom trying to teach me that exact lesson. Like we bought one of those troll dolls for my cousin one year for Christmas or something. It was like supposed to be my gift to her. Yeah. And I got it for her and I was like, this is for Jerry. Yeah. Right? But then I really liked it. And I was like telling my mom, like, I want this. Oh. And my mom was explaining to me that we can't do that as a gift that you got for Jerry. Wow. So
she does know that you can't do that.
She knows. She knows you can't do that.
She does know it's weird to do that.
Yeah. Those are my stories.
Dude, you know what I just remembered as you were talking about furniture in college? This is so disgusting, but every apartment that I lived in college, the desk, the bed, the couch, the dressers, all the furniture that was in the room was there from previous tenants. Every place came furnished. Huh. And so you just had to sleep on a mattress that God knows how long it's been there. Yeah. And the fucking couch, dude, in college dorms.
College, anything.
Or it wasn't a dorm, it was like an apartment.
Anything is gross.
I know, it's fucking
disgusting.
disgusting.
A bunch of college students have been living around
I cannot believe it.
Oh, man. We had... I'll tell these stories later, actually. It's too much college stuff.
Okay.
It's about our terrible apartments.
I'll tell my stupid story.
Yeah.
This is a pretty boring one. But did you go through like a phase when you were younger, when you were like a preteen maybe, where you were like, I'm going to be a vegetarian? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like
I did it in high school and then like the start of college, I was a vegetarian.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do that because it's like...
Because of our connection with animals.
Yes, it's 100% that. I'm like...
Now I just disconnect it.
I'm looking at a fish tank and I'm like, how could I eat this? You know what I mean?
I ate that beef the other day when we went to Thai food. And I love cows so much. And then I saw a cow video on Instagram and I felt so bad about the beef. And I was like, why do I keep doing this? I love cows.
Wait, why do you keep eating beef or why do you keep looking at cows?
I will forever look at cows. No, it's just that I love animals so much.
Yeah.
And I don't even eat that much meat. But every so often we'll have something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what did I do?
Oh my God. Well, here's the thing.
But only with cows.
I don't know. It's like when people are like, I don't listen to Thriller anymore. It's like, what, you think it's going to unmolest all those kids because you didn't listen to Michael Jackson?
Thriller. For some reason, I thought of Skrillex. I don't know why. I was like, what happened with Skrillex? It's because you sent me that video today.
What video?
Wait, no, never mind. I saw it somewhere else. It was just like someone lip syncing Skrillex. It doesn't matter.
What? Anyway, it's like, I don't know, you becoming a vegetarian isn't gonna like unmolest all those kids or whatever I was trying to say.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, for some reason, like in the scene emo goth thing, being a vegetarian was like a big thing because I think that like
straight edge too.
Like PETA and loving animals was really big. So I had a lot of friends who were vegetarian. And so I was vegetarian for like a single week. And my mom fucking hated it.
Oh, my parents hated it.
She was like so exhausted by it. She was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She's like, "I'm gonna make this food and you're not gonna fucking eat it." Like she was so pissed the entire time. And like,
I would just take pepperoni off a pizza, but I'd still eat the pizza.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
"I know, totally.
Look at this.
Yeah,
look at this."
No, 100%. And that lasted like literally a week. And then because I was goth in probably like 10.
Pointing at me hard again. I was goth. What was the last thing you pointed hard about?
I don't even remember.
I want an aquarium.
Yeah. I want a fucking aquarium, Brittany. I want an aquarium. But so I was goth for like a week and a half, and then I was on MySpace and I saw stuff about vampires, and I thought vampires were cool, and I was like, how the fuck do I do this? I was like, how the fuck do I love vampires and be a vegetarian?
But you're a cat. You also said you were a cat.
I know.
You have a lot of
I was
stuff
having a real
explain.
identity crisis.
Yeah. Now you're eating animals.
Yeah.
Or not eating animals. Now you're going back to needing blood. Yes. From where?
I know. Totally. I know. And so then I stopped being a vegetarian because I thought vampires.
That's why you're goth.
I stopped being a vegetarian because I thought vampires were cool. And my mom was like, "What the fuck?" My mom was so mad.
Did you explain that to her?
No.
Oh, okay. I stopped because I'm into vampires now.
Yeah, I literally stopped being a vegetarian because I was like, God, vampires are so cool.
Did you start eating undercooked meat?
I did. I was like, Mom, do we have any like steak? And she's like, no. No, we don't. I thought you were a vegetarian. And I was like, well, I want to eat meat now. And she's like, Jesus Christ. She's like, there's a chicken breast in the fridge.
Ew. Ew, that would not count at all.
I know.
Ew. Sorry.
Just
thinking of raw meat now.
Oh, well, not raw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like a little snack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I was asking if you were eating undercooked foods for the blood.
No, I did not.
Source.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just sucking it out like it's from a sponge.
I didn't eat undercooked food until I was like way older. A lot of people don't. I don't know.
I also didn't at all until I was older.
Yeah. Also, I think like a lot of people who like you don't know what the quality of your meat is.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll just give it to me well done.
Yeah.
You know?
Man.
Anyway, that's my dumb story.
That's so funny. You were a cat, a vegetarian, and well, you weren't a vampire, but you wanted to be one, probably.
God, so bad. I thought it was so cool.
Did you get the whole look going? Did you teeth stuff?
I definitely did the goth thing. I don't know, the goth vampire thing.
Yeah.
There was a social media website like similar to MySpace, but only for goth people. It was called vampirefreaks.com. And I was really big into that.
That's so funny. Vampirefreaks.com.
Dude, let me see if I can look it up. Hold on.
That I feel like I'd go to that and it would make me feel less good about it. Just the name. It would be like, wait a minute.
Vampirefreaks.com. Let's see. Oh, I was just looking up indoor fountains. Oh. Vampire Freaks. Holy shit. Look, first thing that comes up. It's just selling merch.
Yeah.
Oh, I get a 20% off coupon? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just Halloween stuff now.
Yeah, it's literally just Halloween stuff that you put in your house. Like, literally, look at this Count bust statue. It's literally $60 for a Halloween decoration. Fucking so insane. It's probably because Nosferatu. Anyway, should we get into our posting?
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Should we do that rat news I sent you real quick?
Oh my God, I didn't even get the chance to look at it.
You don't even have to. I thought you didn't look at it.
Rat news.
I saw this post on Instagram. It's about a death metal band called Hatebeak. You know about this, Maxim?
Yeah, it's the bird.
Yeah, I know Hatebeak.
Oh my God, the bird is the lead singer, right?
Yeah, it's a parrot. Is the lead vocalist named Waldo.
God, that is so good.
That's today's rat news.
Look it up.
Man, so good.
I wonder how they perform live.
There's also
they don't perform live. I looked it up.
There's also a band with 2 pit bulls as the lead vocalist. I forgot what the artist name was though. But if you look up Hatebeak, you can find the genre of animal metal, and then you can find the
animal
other
metal.
Wait, and the dogs just bark? Dude, that's
basically.
That's the whole pod.
That could have been the name of this podcast.
That's Motorcycle Horse.
Yeah.
Animal metal.
Oh my God, you're so right. Dude, 2 pit bulls? I love how they only need 1 bird, but they need 2 dogs.
Is it because dogs, when they like howl, they just keep each other going, kind of? Maybe it like keeps the song happening.
Wait, so Hatebeak does not perform live?
No, I looked that up. They're worried about the welfare of the parrot. So
totally.
they only record in the studio.
That's so fucked up.
Pretty fun though. I would love to see some clips of the bird just like.
I know, yeah. There's got to be videos of it.
You know?
I want to see him like going ham.
Yeah, I didn't look that hard, but there probably are some videos. All right, that's the rat news.
So happy rat news.
Let's play it one more time. It's so good. It's so realistic.
God, that's so real. What do you mean?
It's metal realistic.
No, totally. It sounds just like a guy who's off beat.
Yeah. Okay, here's our post for today. Today I fucked up by participating in a disappoint your parents party, and I actually disappointed my parents. Uh-oh. You ever heard of these parties?
I've never heard of a party like that. Have you?
No.
Okay. I think it's a fake party.
I feel like it's a party for... Oh, and this goes with the post. A party for formerly religious people or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or people whose families are very conservative. Me and my group of friends like holding different themed get-togethers and parties with creative themes and... You already said themes.
Okay, Brittany. All right.
And incentives to dress up, like awarding gift cards and cash prizes to the best outcome. Costume.
Honestly,
outcome.
I can't tell if this is a good pod or a bad pod, but I think it's a bad one.
Post?
No, pod.
Oh, our pod?
Yeah, today.
What, because of the way I just read that?
No, because of... Because all I can think about is aquariums, and I'm not really present.
Oh, yeah.
And then you fucked up on it, and I was like, it's definitely bad.
I also can't tell, but I don't care. The point of the pod is not for it to be good.
Obviously. We've been doing it for this long. 2 years, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just for us to catch up.
Forced catch up.
Dude, yeah. And then we're like, okay, so let's tell a story about ourselves, and then we'll read somebody else's story to hang out.
Yeah, and that's our friendship.
Yeah.
That's what we've agreed to about how our friendship goes. And then it ends, and we're like, okay, see you later. I gotta go.
This is the most expensive friendship ever, by the way.
Go get dinner with my real friend.
Been paying for a studio, cameras, producers for 2 years to hang out.
I know. It's very... We should calculate how much we've spent on the friendship.
Just to hang out, yeah, totally.
Our last party was on New Year's Eve, and the theme was disappointing your parents. There was a lot of creativity with people showing up pregnant, including the men. Oh.
Whoa.
With the love child of maligned celebrities, inmates in orange jumpsuits, sleazy drug dealers, and pimps.
Mm.
The winner was a friend of mine who showed up as Alex Jones. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, totally.
From
Honestly,
InfoWars.
If I showed up as Alex Jones, my dad would be so proud of me.
Yeah, mine might be.
Dude, my dad would want to hang out with me. He'd be like, God, I'm so sorry for not being there.
Turned up as Alex Jones, left the party shirtless, popping horse dewormer, and screaming obscenities about water turning frogs gay. Nice.
Hell yeah.
I showed up as a witch, partly because I already had the costume on hand, and honestly, because I like dressing up as a witch.
Did you write this?
So I partied with the hat, the dress, a straw broom. It was fun, until my parents found out what I was wearing. At first, I thought they were joking around, pretending to be disappointed because I had worn a witch costume a few times before when I was a teenager, mostly on Halloween. I thought, oh good, it was a disappoint your parents party, and my mom and dad are disappointed. Mission accomplished. I just don't like the way people write stuff.
I know.
I get so mad about it.
Yeah, me too. It's like, it's definitely like specific to Reddit.
Yeah.
Is people like, because
here's
Reddit,
my moment on Reddit.
Exactly. Yeah. People are like,
vote me up.
It's like, you know how on TikTok when people tell stories, you're like, oh, you're telling a story like you've seen other people on TikTok tell stories.
Yeah.
Or
with that cadence.
Totally. Or I was at the Moth because Dave was on the Moth at a Grand Slam, and he, like, everybody started their story where they were like, they started it with like a sentence. They were always like, so I guess I'm just a little boy. One day I woke up and like everything was just like, I guess you could say I like grapes. The other day, like they like start it with one sentence and then they go into it. And then Dave was like, why did everybody...
that tone, I know that tone.
Yes, the NPR tone.
The other day.
Yeah, being like, I guess you could say I really like honey. One day, it's just like the very NPR thing. And I was like, oh, people... Because most of the storytellers on the Moth aren't like stand-up comedians or whatever. Yeah. They're like regular people who go up and tell a story. So they think that that's how you tell a Moth story. Yeah, so that's how Reddit people are acting. Yeah. They're like, you know, and they use big words and shit.
We get so mad now every time we read a post.
I know.
About just words. And I mean, I'm going to keep doing it.
I know.
It's just, I feel like we do it more often now.
I know. We're more
because we know the patterns. We're like, oh, it's one of these ones.
Yeah. Totally. I've been looking for a latrine, and we're like, oh, fuck.
I hated that guy.
I totally tumbled right down the hill.
A couple episodes back, a guy accidentally shits on his tent. That's what he should have said.
Yeah, that'd be way funnier.
And you can't even figure that out reading it. But then, okay, the parents, they start getting serious, saying that I was taking the costume too seriously as an adult since I had worn it more than once as a teenager. Wow, she kept a costume. She kept a Halloween costume for years, from teenage years, and she's wearing it to this adult party.
Yeah, I wonder, she says adult. Does she mean 19?
She might mean...
Or like 21? Yeah. Because keeping something from your teenage years when you're 21
This is also the only time that you would go to a disappoint your parents party.
Totally.
It's like right after leaving the house.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were legitimately worried that I was practicing witchcraft. They even went as far to suggest that the broom had phallic symbolism to openly disclose lust for men, which was mortifying to think about. So they're just thinking about how their daughter has sex now.
Dude,
they're seeing that in the costume.
They're the parents who think that Harry Potter is like Satan stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, there I was telling my parents that I was at a costume party. They decided that because I've dressed up as a witch as an adult, that I'm somehow in a league with Satan and in need of baptism. A baptism tanning bed? What?
Tanning bed?
With holy water, bath salts or something. I don't really get this. Since that time, they want to take precautionary measures by bringing me to church every weekend, humiliating me in front of clergymen by telling them that I'm wearing a witch costume as an adult. This is a lot.
This is crazy.
Dumping the costume in the rubbish, and even wanting to review my playlist on Spotify to see if there's any influences to witchcraft.
I love how that's where they go.
Yeah.
They're not like, let's see your texts.
Yeah.
Let's see your social media.
Like, not who's she hanging out with.
Yeah, it's like, let's see your
look at her
Spotify playlists.
Needless to say, I set all my social media to private, scrubbed my parents' comments from my posts. Oh, they're commenting on posts.
No.
She's a witch.
She also, it sounds like she lives with her parents
Burn our daughter. And refused to answer my parents' calls until Discount Alex Jones surrenders his prize to me. Oh, so she's saying I actually disappointed my parents, so she gets the prize.
So she should get the Amazon gift card or whatever the fuck they do.
That reminds me of this time I was a kid and I was at a birthday party. Like, I was a pretty young kid, probably 6 or something, 7. Yeah. And they did a cake eating contest. Right? You had to sit on your hands.
And it was like a pie eating contest.
Yeah, and eat the cake without touching it, so it gets all over your face. It's fun, right?
Yeah.
And then this is probably an example. It's an example of me taking things too literally. Early on, the woman running the party, probably the mother of the birthday boy.
Yeah.
She's like, "All right, first one to lick your plates clean. wins and gets whatever the prize was. And I was like, okay, lick the plate clean. So we start, and then one kid says he finishes. And I'm like, his plate's not licked clean. And I spent all this time licking my entire plate, like perfectly clean.
This is so funny. And you're like screaming at the mom.
Yes. Like I argued with her.
Dude, like you're playing soccer. Yeah. And you're like, it wasn't a fucking foul. Yeah. I wasn't over the line.
Exactly. I was arguing with the ref.
You're arguing with the ref? Yeah. God, that's so insane.
I remember being so upset.
Over semantics.
I worked
and you're
so
like,
hard.
Your instructions were unclear. Wait, so did you not eat the cake? You only licked the plate?
No, I ate all the cake and then I licked the plate clean because that was part of the instructions.
Oh, and nobody noticed that you were done.
I just heard one kid finish before me, but I was like, he didn't finish. Because you're supposed to lick the plate clean.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, it's just...
Man, that's so fucked up.
I just
sorry.
believed her, I guess. Anyway, that's what this lady's doing. She's like, I'm the true winner because of...
Totally.
This like
also her parents are like so whack. People who are like that, I'm just like, when people here, I have no issue with any religion. Like have whatever religion you want. But this is mental illness. This is 100% mental illness. Being like, you're wearing a witch's costume.
Looking for Spotify related, like witch related lyrics in a Spotify playlist.
I know. Yeah.
That's like when people play Pink Floyd backwards and they're like, whoa, totally. It says Satan or whatever.
I know. It's so fucking weird.
Although 100%. Pretty cool, it supposedly matches up with the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I've never tried
done
it.
That.
I don't know. I don't think it does.
But everything can match when you think it does.
Also, it's one of those things like, you know how humans are like, we are like always looking for patterns. Yeah. So we see faces in everything. We see like a face in the moon and shit like that. Yeah. I feel like that's what's going on.
Yeah.
We're
just
like,
especially when you're anxious, you see more patterns.
Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
I know that from my research stuff. I didn't do the research, but I read about it. Yeah. You're just like trying to find meaning because it helps you feel like you have control.
Totally. That makes so much sense. Yeah.
So you'll see more. They'll give people like a random packets of pictures of dots, basically.
Yeah.
And they'll have them circle faces. And people see more faces when you've like led them to feel more anxious for whatever reason.
Whoa.
And probably if they just are more anxious in general. I don't know if I saw that one, but
yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Sometimes when I see more faces, I'm like, am I okay? I do think of the research and I'm like, oh, am I more anxious right now?
You're such like a weird person because you're like always, I've heard you say something similar so many fucking times where you're like
yeah, meaning and randomness. Yeah.
No, you're just like so I had a feeling and then I thought about my research. And I was like, am I all right? You do that all the time.
I don't remember this.
You're always like, well, I can't trust my own thoughts because of my research. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Brittany.
That's true, though.
Yeah.
All of my research made me question my reality.
Yeah, totally.
That's what it did to me.
Yeah, 100%.
My research and my ex.
Oh, we gotta bleep it.
My ex, same name as a popular 90s cartoon character. That's what we'll leave in.